Welcome. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, wherever you're dialing in from today. I'm happy to see so many joining from all over the world in the chat. And welcome to Data Plus Women Germany. We have another event, another webinar. And let me just say a few words about who we are. That's me, Heidi Kalbe. Hi, I'm a Tableau ambassador, and I'm also a senior consultant at Woodmark Consulting. I founded or co-founded Data Plus Women Germany as part of the global initiative back in late 2019, and I've been joined by my co-lead Leah Zimmer, who helps run the initiative with me. What is it we actually do? So Data Plus Women is an initiative that aims to offer women a community all around the world, their work in data. We want to offer a platform where they can share their knowledge and experiences and celebrate our successes together. And while the initiative originated from within the Tableau community, we are open to people from all backgrounds. Also, we are not just about women. We are open to people of all genders, ages, ethnicities, academical and professional backgrounds, because we are all united under one common goal of advancing diversity in the data community. As such, we want to help all people to find a secure foothold in the world of data, build their network, and discover opportunities. As always, I like to include my favorite quote in here by Emily Kuhn, who said that it's data plus women, it's not data minus men. So what do we have in store for you today? I am joined by Adeyomisola, who will talk about all the things she wishes she had known before pivoting to data analytics. I'm guessing this will resonate with plenty of you, so feel free to share your own experiences in the chat, and please do join us for some networking afterwards, so that we can hear about your experiences as well. I will also say a few words about upcoming events afterwards, as you know. And without much further ado, all I can say is it's fantastic to have you all with us. Have a lovely evening, and over to you, Adeyomisola.
Thank you so much for having me, Heidi. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. Please give me a minute to share my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Yes. I will start off by introducing myself. Ade, please, can you confirm that you can see my screen? Okay, yes, you can. Yeah, my name is Adeyomisola Adegeye. I was a Tableau featured author in 2021. I am currently a Tableau public ambassador. I currently work at Utopia Music as a data analyst, and I've been in data analytics for over 2 years now, almost 2.5 years. And yes, my Tableau journey, my talking points will be my life or my journey before Tableau. What was I doing? What have I been up to? The things that I have done or achieved. Then I'll take you through my journey, my Tableau journey or my data analytics journey, as you would have it, because to me, they are not so different from each other, both my Tableau and data analytics journey, and there will be conclusion and questions maybe. Yes, before data analytics, what was I doing? I have a background in economics in 2015, BSc Economics from a university in Nigeria, University of Ibadan. Then I had a 1-year compulsory service as a junior financial officer in the Society for Family Health, where I assisted senior finance officers in carrying out their day-to-day activities. Then I got my first main job as a junior account officer in 2018. In 2018/2019, that same year, I was an internal control officer in the United Bank for Africa, popularly known as UBA. Now, before I go to the next slide, I'll just take you through a short story about 2019. I moved to Sweden also in 2019, where I was going to do my MBA. And yeah, get into the job market somehow after my MBA. Yeah, I moved here with my family, and things went somehow because of the kind of country I am from, Nigeria. Because after the application and everything was fine, it was very hard for me to get my transcript. So I knew that this was going to delay me any further. It was going to delay me, and because I know I have some plans and I wasn't ready to sit back, I had to find another way to move on with my career. And that was what led to the decision of pivoting into data analytics in the year 2020, January precisely. I decided that I was going to go into data analytics, and I'm going to find every means necessary to make sure that this is what I do, because I already had the flair for it, even while working as a finance officer. Going into that, between my transcript took 2 years to get to Sweden, and I'd already gotten a job and forgotten about it. So I just thought that I should mention that the transcript eventually came, but it was after 2 years. Yeah, so now, before I move forward, I'll take you through what I did before I started applying for a data analytics job, and the things I did, what did later, and the things I really, really wish I knew while I was applying. I hope you find this very useful. This was how my Tableau journey went. I started by taking courses. I took a lot of courses, Audacity, Adegeye. The first one was business analytics, which introduced me to Tableau. I did courses in R Basis, Introduction to Python, Predictive Analytics for Business, Data Analytics. So I did about 3 nano degrees. Then I got an internship. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get an internship. But the problem with the internship was it wasn't data analytics. It was like research. It was what I was coming from. Even if the title was data analytics, research and data analytics, it wasn't the core data analysis I was looking for. It was more of financial analytics. And that sort of deterred my journey a bit, because I was a bit distracted for close to 3 months, because I did this internship for 3 months. Basically, it took me after doing my courses, it took me almost 9 months to 10 months to be able to confidently apply because of this internship. Because after doing my courses, I thought I got a job that would ease me into the market, but that was not the case because the internship was sort of deterred. So I had to kind of start over? Basically, it led me to start applying for the data analytics job 1 year after I'd made the decision that I was pivoting into data analytics, and after taking all these courses. And yeah, the things I eventually did that I wish I had done earlier or I knew earlier, for instance, rather than going for that internship, if I had done this, I believe that I would have gotten a job very soon, sooner than I did. The first thing was to do projects, especially the ones that are community-like, because I get feedback. For example, Makeover Monday. During my internship, I knew about Makeover Monday, but I didn't want to juggle a lot together. And I didn't want to juggle a lot together so that I won't find myself in this situation where I end up not learning anything. So I was going to take it one step at a time. After my internship, I'll participate in the community, and that sort of delayed me and limited the amount of project I was able to do eventually for some time. But eventually I joined the community data farm on Twitter. I started following people and watching what people did, like how they do their Vs, reverse engineering, what design. I asked questions, I reached out to people that, how did you do this? How were you able to design this particular chart? I want to learn. I don't know how to go about it, and I'm pretty new. Now, I'm saying this like it was really easy. It wasn't that easy, because I am about, based on statistics, right? I am about 91% introverted. I am introvert. Yeah, so it was not easy for me to just message people on Twitter or just walk up to someone and ask for help, like, oh, I'm doing this. But I did it anyway, and I practiced a whole lot. And believe me when I say I practiced a whole lot, I had project I was doing back to back every week. I didn't miss Makeover Monday for half a year. Yes, because I needed to get this thing. I needed to get my shit together. Sorry, permit my word. I needed to get everything that I'm doing together. And yeah, I was so zealous about it. I got feedback. I took action. And eventually, when I started applying in December 2020, I got a mentor. Luckily, I got the best ABVs, and she was really helpful. She encouraged me. She pushed me, and I'll forever be grateful that I had her in my corner, basically. So yeah, these are the things I did, but that I wish that I knew earlier. There were other things that I had to learn during my job hunt, because after I started applying, it took me another 6 months to eventually get a job. I got to final stages of interviews. Some of them I got to the mid stage, but I didn't know what was wrong. The little I knew, I was channeling it, but it was just not enough. And that would lead me to what I wish I knew before I started applying, or before I pivoted into data analytics. The first thing is the job description of a data analyst. I know that everybody thinks a data analyst is just to analyze your data and draw a dashboard, or some people think that anyway. It's usually not like that. I think the most important thing is reading the job description. There is power in the job description for every company you apply to. They know what they want. It's up to you to know if that's who you are, or if you can deliver on it. Don't ignore it and generalize, which I did on, oh, this is the job of a data analyst, so I know the job. You have to search, because there are some companies that want a data analyst, but the job description is that of a data developer, or someone that builds database, or a data engineer. So you just have to be detailed. You have to be very, very detailed in how you read the job description, on how you interpret it, because it will definitely help you in the way you either answer questions in the interview or prepare for your interview. And this was one very key thing that I didn't have, or didn't even know when I was applying as at then. Then there's one other thing I keep hearing people say, even if it's not, even if you are just starting off, don't limit yourself to applying for just a junior role. You can apply for a senior role, a mid-senior role. Most of the time, this is not usually the case. Like I said, the companies out there, they know what they are looking for. If they say they want a mid-senior, a senior, they want a mid-senior, a senior. If you're a junior and you're applying for a senior role and you're wondering why you have not gotten a job, it means you need to sit back and watch, because they're not going to ask you the interview questions for a junior when they want a senior. And you just starting off, there are some things you won't know that is required of a senior. If eventually you want to apply for like a mid-senior role, or a senior role as a junior, just make sure you know the job, know what you are going for, be prepared as ever, because you're just going to go and break your heart and disappoint yourself if you are a junior that is applying for a senior. Now, this is not to discourage you not to apply for roles, but believe me when I say that the companies, I repeat, they know what they are looking for. So when they say senior, they mean business, and they are definitely going to get assignment tasks that a senior should do. And you are going to be heartbroken if you give it your best and eventually you don't get the job, not knowing that it's just not you. And you cannot hide beyond. One thing I found was that I read, I practiced, I was always prepared, but I feel like the companies could see through the fact that I had no experience, and that was key. They knew that I was good. I understand the concept. I had worked hard on my take home. It's neat. Okay, I know what I am doing, but they could see that there are challenges that I wouldn't be able to face when it comes my way. And that affected me. And one other thing was tracking improvement and channeling feedback. What do I mean by this? So this particular part, every time I got a feedback from a recruiter or a company that I just interviewed with, I focused more on that weakness, thinking that that was the only problem, not minding others. And the truth is, for every interview you do, they might not be able to pick everything that you are not good at or you don't know. So if you're only focusing on one and not try to look for other things that you can improve on, you will also be breaking your heart, because there are things that you don't know that they don't even know that you don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. So what's my point exactly? While you are interviewing for a job, and maybe you get feedbacks are very important, and I really encourage it, no matter how breaking it can be. But when you are interviewing for a job and maybe it's not successful, just try to make sure you get feedback. It's always useful. Like I said, companies know what they are doing. Recruiters, the interviewers know what they are doing. They know what they've seen. It rarely is the case where you see a biased recruiter or a recruiter that would not employ me because I'm a woman, or I mean, it happens, or because I'm Black. I mean, this happens, but most of the time, these people know what they saw. They know what they are doing. So just put everything into consideration. And the most important thing is, like I said, like I wrote, joining a community. I cannot overemphasize how this helped me and changed my life. My life changed because I talked to people, I read people's comment, I follow people's thread on Twitter. I learned so much. Any questions asked, I try to follow it, even if it doesn't concern me. I just feel like I can learn from this person. Whatever I see that interests me, I message the person. And before I know it, I became that person that people come to and message either on LinkedIn or on Twitter that, please, can you help me with this? I'm in this problem. Can you help me fix it? Or please, I saw your Tableau V's on Tableau Public. Can you share your work book with me? And I do it. And this used to be me some months back, and I became that person. And I couldn't have done it without joining a community. Everything I have learned and everything I wish I had known that I didn't know was because I spoke to people. I had a mentor. I made myself, it was like I buried myself in the community. Like, even if I don't have to be the loud type, the talking type, or say everything on Twitter, but I followed the community. I was always watching out for information that would help me. I didn't used to use social media so much until I joined the Tableau community. I started looking for new information, updates on Tableau, Tableau Public, the data farm, and it really helped me. Yeah, so that will lead me to the next thing, the benefit of joining a community. Like I said, I participated in projects that other people did. Like, you can participate in common projects, you can get feedback from experienced folks, you can make friends that would even be happy to refer you for a job in their companies, or even ask a friend of a friend for you. Because it happened to me, by the way, I got referrals and it helped me. Even if I didn't get the job, I knew what was wrong. So that's very key. You can also get inspiration from people's work and by communicating with them. You can always ask them for help to help you with one or two things that has to do with this. And even without this, emotional support is also very key. Like, you're going through something and you just write it there. I am very sure the data family would be very happy to help you one way or the other, either emotionally or physically. And you can also get a mentor. I know that there's a place on Tableau Public also, or in the data community page, where you can apply to get a mentor, a Tableau mentor. Right now, I'm mentoring someone. Someone mentored me. You can also mentor someone eventually when you find your fit in the community. So yeah, I don't have so much to say. I hope you found everything that I have said to be very useful. All I can say is, please take the first step, join the community, work hard, start now, try to get involved. You can always ask me questions. That's my email address, or send me a message on Twitter. I'll try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you for having me. And that's all.
Thank you, Adeyomisola, so much for joining us. Those were some super interesting tidbits that you shared. It definitely resonated with me. I saw a lot of my journey in what you went through. So that's been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aiden. I'm going to drop up now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so we will kind of skip over the Q&A today. But I would invite everyone to join us for networking in the next bit, so that you can share your experiences as well. But before we do that, let's talk about Tableau conference coming up soon. So just, I think 3 weeks from now, even less, 2.5 weeks, Tableau conference will start, the first in-person Tableau conference since 2019, but it's not only in person, it's also virtual, and you can sign up now already. You have been able to sign up for the past couple of weeks already, but there's more and more content online. So for example, you can find the agenda overview online, so that you can see when there will be keynotes, and when you can check out the virtual breakout sessions. So definitely take a look at the opening keynote on May 17th, which will include the crowd favorite of Devs on Stage. So definitely be there for that. And then on day 2, the one thing I'm definitely looking forward to is the Iron Viz finale, also a must watch. Day 3 will only be in person, exactly. So for everyone joining virtually, try to cram as much content in on the first 2 days as you can. And if you want to know what kind of content we'll be having, well, you're in luck, because the session catalog is out as well, and you can check out all the different sessions that will be available, both in person and virtual. For everyone who's looking forward to seeing me either live at TC or virtually, I will be having a little session as well, together with Annabelle Rinken, who co-leads Data Plus Women Zurich. We will be doing a speed tipping session for beginners. So I hope to see you all there. If you are just joining virtually, which is also a fantastic experience, as I can confidently say from the past 2 years, you should definitely check out the TC22 Remo Hangouts together with the Data Fam. So Adeyomisola just told us to definitely connect with the Data Fam, and this is one of many opportunities that you have, besides these kind of events, because there will be several hangouts, virtual hangouts, where you can connect with other people. Remo is kind of like a virtual cafe, so you can join tables and chat with a couple of people, and join other tables and chat to other people, and it's all virtual, all from the comfort of your own home. And there are several EMEA friendly time zones for the people who are actually in the Germany area, and everybody from overseas, you can find friendly time zones for APAC and for the Americas as well. So I hope you are almost as excited as I am, because I think it's difficult to be as excited as I am about TC. I hope to see some of you there, maybe in person. And if not, I wish you a lot of fun at the Remo Hangouts with the Data Fam. I don't really have any upcoming events for Data Plus Women to announce right at this point. But I am currently looking at another speaker, and for all the people who are based in Germany, especially in Northern Germany, we are also looking at going back to in-person events, maybe in June. I can't promise anything, but we're very much working very hard on bringing back in-person events. But for everyone joining us from overseas or from international countries or from Southern Germany, we're also hoping to keep these events hybrid, so to essentially live stream our in-person events. But again, it's all still very much up in the air, and you'll be the first to know as soon as I have anything definite to announce. That's all for today. Someone just suggested to share your LinkedIn profiles in the chat. So definitely do that if you want to connect with other people, and please stick around for the networking. I will just stop the recording in a second and then bring all of you over. For everyone who's leaving us early, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you took away many helpful points from Adeyomisola's story and experiences, and I hope to see you all at our next event or at TC. Thank you.